What's up, Ratchet? And sorry if I mispronounced that. Premier One, how's it going, man? Good. Weekend was good. How about you? Did you relax and take a breather? I'll tell you what, Friday was exhausting. I literally crashed as soon as that bell rang. Hey, Salmon. All right, let me. How's the audio? I turned it up a bit. Perfect. All right, let me throw this link into our account challenge, just in case anyone missed it. Did you guys get a notification that I was going live? All right, cool. Okay. Sweet. All right, so I know it's the evening. It's still, Labor Day. So I don't expect a lot of people to join, but I'm gonna do this again tomorrow morning because we've got to go over to see what futures is doing before the bell rings. So yeah, I had a lot of questions as far as where we're going, and I remember I DM'd some of you guys that reached out to me to kind of see where we're going because I knew it seemed bullish, or the market seemed bullish over the weekend in the futures. But so here's kind of my expectation on the futures. So when we open tomorrow, when you guys check out the SPY, we're going to end up gapping up, okay? And I don't, if you're looking at the SPY, I don't expect that gap to get filled until late this week or next week, because here's what I'm looking at. This move that we got last week, so this first initial move, this happened on, I think it was Wednesday when we were all on the day trade channel. And then Thursday we kind of went up, and I think Friday was it Friday? I think, was it Friday when we all played puts? I can't remember. I think it might have been Friday. But yeah, so when we all got in on that move that morning, where we were right here in pre-market, And then I told you guys to watch that 382 level because I guarantee you that some of the bulls are going to get caught with their pants down. And they sure did. I think that might have been Friday. But at any rate, we've got so what we got here is we've got 5 waves down into an A wave. And like I mentioned, the A wave down, it's impulsive and it's fast. And like I mentioned before we even closed Friday up, I mentioned that watch the market bounce into a corrective move, meaning a pullback, and watch it bounce and watch it takes its precious time. And sure enough, when I sent out a chart in the Discord, I measured out this move down. So for example, let's just do it now. So from the open until we got the bottom was, let's see here, I think I'm on Friday. Let's see, that's September 4th. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna use the 5-minute chart. It's better for me. So when we opened up the market, we played this move down. It literally took us an hour and 10 minutes to play puts down, or to play that wave down on, or as far as puts. So that was a great move to play. But when you take the measurement from the green candle when we reversed until the bell rang, I think it was like it was right here. This took 4 hours and 40 minutes and 56 bars, whereas this move down was 14 bars in 1 hour. I warned everyone that the market was going to pull back in a consolidating and brutal slow manner. And I think I let people know that let the market do let the market do what it needs to do to confirm whether we're going up and going down. And that's where I was trying to measure this move here. But then I took a step back to figure out this can't be, we can't go up and then go straight back down right away. So I took the 2-hour chart and I threw my fibs on there. And this is basically what we're tracking for the next couple of weeks. This is not going to happen overnight. I hope it does, but it's not. Here's what I expect. When we open tomorrow, well, I don't even say that. So I'll get into the 5-minute, let you know what's going to happen tomorrow morning. So when you take a step back and you look at the 2-hour chart, we are currently in a third wave up. Okay, and I know I mentioned to you guys, third waves are the best waves to play, right? But I think what will end up happening is we'll grab this third wave most likely midday. That's my prediction, and then we go back down on the fourth wave. So we may not get a chance to play this move, or this third wave. We may not get an opportunity to play the puts down. But let's just see what the market does, and I'll try to, I'll continue to throw some targets on there and give you an idea of what we kind of expect as far as when these targets will get hit, so we can play a similar move down here. But just to FYI, the reasons futures are green is because right now we're going up in a B wave. Okay, and a B wave is always it's an impulsive move. It has 5 wave. It's got a 5-wave structure. So you notice here I've got a move up in 1. I got a move down in 2, and right now we're getting ready to complete that third wave. So my expectation is to go here to a third wave, which will put us at 35.20. And remember when I mentioned this, when I gave you guys kind of like an educational piece as far as what's the SPXX and the SPY in futures. So basically, this ES ticker, it's the futures. It's the S&P 500. Okay, basically, not everybody can play the futures, especially SPX, because if you look at the price, I mean, it's 35.20. Not everyone can play that. So they've got the SPY, the SPY, which is basically like it's the same equity or ticker, just like playing Apple or playing Tesla. It's 1/10 of the SPX, or in this case, the futures, the ES, which is 3520. So, for example, if you look at this futures and if you look at the SPX or the SPX, if it's trading at 3,000, the SPY is 1/10 of that. So then it's trading at 300. Okay, so my expectation here is to come up in a third wave, which is around 352 on the SPY. We'll pull back down to a 346 on the SPY, and then we're going to go back up and do a final fifth wave, sorry. And I've got a box currently sitting at 352 on the SPY to 356. So that's my target for 5 waves up. Once we get that B wave, this is what's going to happen, in my opinion. We're going to play. I expect a C wave all the way down to your 3180 to 3220. So that's 318 to 320 on the SPY. Okay. Remember why I mentioned yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, it was Friday, and I think I've sent some messages or sent some DM or messages in the day trade group where this week is going to feel extremely bullish. People are going to think we're in a reversal. They're going to start buying the market, and then all of a sudden we're going to get up into this B wave right here, okay? Or we're going to finish off the B wave in 5 waves up, and they're going to get caught with their pants down, and then we're going to take the market right back down, okay? So this is the AB. This is the corrective structure I'm tracking. Corrective meaning pullback. All right, so pullbacks have A, B, and C. Since I've got 56 people watching, I've been working on a PowerPoint because I know I got tons of DMs on how to play Elliott Wave, what's Elliott Wave, what does it look like, how do you get educated. So here's a quick piece that I'm working on, and I'm gonna try to play it. I'm trying to move it onto the screen. Where you at? I don't want you there. I want you over here. I'm gonna have to change up my video real quick. Display capture. Let's. Where you at? Nope. There it is. Okay. All right. So here's the Elliott Wave theory. I just started this, so I'm gonna end up breaking this up into very small 3 to 4 minute videos, and then I'll put them on YouTube and I'll put them on TikTok. So just keep an eye out for that. But here's what the 5 wave structure looks like. You've got a move up into wave 1. Then you have a corrective move called wave 2. Then we have a move up in wave 3, pull back on wave 4, and then we've got another impulsive move of wave 5. Now, where's my chat? How do I lose my damn chat? Okay, there we go. Damn it, that's not what I wanted. Sorry guys, bear with me. Okay, trying to see your guys' questions, but the screens are messing with me. So here's a 5 wave structure. Now, here's what I want to point out. The largest move is the 3rd wave right here, okay? This is, and I mentioned in my live meetings as well as in the group, is the 3rd waves are the best waves to play, okay? So this is a 5 wave structure. Now, waves 1, 3, and 5, those are impulsive. Okay? Those are the impulsive moves. Waves 2 and 4 are correctives. They're corrective moves, okay? They pull back. What goes up must come back down, okay? Unless you're Tesla. So you've got 5 wave structures, okay? So the green lines, waves 1, 3, and 5 are your impulsive moves. I don't play waves 1 and 2. I look for 1 and 2, so that way I can confirm the direction of the ticker that we're playing, or in this case also the SPY or the futures. Okay, I don't play 1 and 2. I look for 1 and 2, so I can then determine where we're going. Okay, so tip number 1: the third waves are always the largest. Okay, it's never the shortest; it's always the largest. So if you're looking at a ticker and you're looking at all the candles, and you take a step back and on a 5-minute chart, or even what I use, again, like I said before, I go in the macro. I go with a daily. I start with the week. I go with the day, and then I go with the 2-hour. You have to start in the macro high, so you can kind of figure out overall where the direction of that ticker is going, and then you can drill down to a 2-hour or a 1-hour, 15-minute, or a 5-minute, right? So 1, 3, and 5s, impulsive, they go up. Corrective moves are your pullbacks. Those are waves 2 and 4. So again, I don't play 1 and 2. I look for 1 and 2 so I can figure out where it's going. So that's all I got so far. Another tip. So first tip was wave 3 is the longest. Wave 4. Okay. Tip number 2. Wave 2. Damn it. Wave 2 cannot break the beginning of wave 1. Okay, it cannot. That's rule. I guess call it rule number 1. Okay, rule number 2. Wave 4 cannot break 1. It cannot enter wave 1. The moment you see wave 4, it starts to get deeper, and then all of a sudden you're past this level. The structure's broken. Okay, we're counting the wrong move. So now we have to take a step back into a bigger time frame to figure out, okay, what the hell's going on? Are we going back down, or is this a bigger 1-2 move? All right. So those are your rules. So look for the longest third wave. Okay, it's a strong move up. I never play 1 and 2. I just look for 1 and 2 so I can play that third wave, and then assuming I got day trades left, or if I still want to play in the move, I'll sell the majority of my position here. Then I'll let it pull back, like Danny always says. You ride your profits. But when we go down into wave 4, I can always scale back in with some more shares, and then ride that last move up for wave 5 before we finally pull back. So that's what I do. Let me see if I got any questions before I go. Just playing spot puts again. Ratchet if it doesn't play. Oh yeah. Oh no. We'll get our opportunity to play spot puts. Just gotta be patient. Okay. All right. So that's the Elliott Wave theory. That's kind of the basics. Like I said, I'm gonna continue on. I've got a long laundry list of items or talking points that I need to hit on. And I'll continue building out this deck, and then once I can build it out, then I'll turn into videos that you guys can see, and it'll be short 3 to 4 minute videos, so it'll be short and sweet. So that's what I've got. So let's go back to the market. I have to change my video. Shit. Bear with me. All right, there we go. Okay. So Danny, all right. So again, are we clear on futures? Kind of what the expectation is. This move here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 5-way move. I expect this to complete in the next couple of weeks. It's like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. I hope it does. I don't think it will. I think it's going to take its time to really, make its move, to give people the feeling that it's bullish. But yeah, it's bullish. I mean, I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear. We always talk about this in the room. I play both sides. All right. Markets go down, you play puts. Markets go up and it bounces, you play calls. So you play both sides. Once we complete this move, then the C wave down, it could get ugly. It could be a fast impulse move, but again, I'm not. Once we get up to this B wave, again, I'm looking at my 5-minute chart, and when I get into this zone, I'm looking for a 1-2 setup, okay? So I'm looking for it to drop. I'm looking for it to bounce back up to retest, usually around the 0.5 or the 0.382 fib level extension, or fib level. And then as soon as that gets rejected, now I know I'm in a wave 3 and I know we're going back down. So that's, I find that wave 1 and 2 to set me up, and then I take my position. The other thing is I like to combine my fib levels, or this structure, with the MACD. Remember about the MACD that I told you guys about negative and positive divergence. So we're going up right now, and notice how, I wonder if I do it on the 15-minute, if it'll show you, it'll look better. Trying to get you a good example. I don't like that. Let's just go. No, wait, I'll stay here. Let's look at the 2 hour. Okay. So when I draw out my fibs and I look for the 1-2, I also pay attention to the MACD and I look for divergence. So in this case, you'll notice we've got a move down. Okay, a strong move down. We've got the low, all right, and you'll look at the MACD. It's got its long. Look at the long red bar. Then it made its move up, so the negative momentum slowed down, and then we got another fast drop. Okay, down here. So we made a newer low. Okay, and it was quick. But notice that the MACD, the negative momentum bars, it's now reversing. It's slowed down. Okay, if we were still going down, these bars would have been a hell of a lot longer than these here. All right, but it didn't. So what I call that, when I got price going down, and then I've got negative momentum slowing down, that cause for a move up, and it's exactly what we got. So you'll notice that we now have positive momentum. So on the flip side, as we get closer to this fifth wave to complete this A or this B wave up, I should start seeing the following. I should start seeing higher highs, okay? And then on my MACD, I should start seeing positive momentum slowing down. The moment I see that, then I start to take my position, because now we're due for, now it's really going to pop, and it's going to start to go. So look out for that too. So yeah, don't worry guys. I'm going over the basics of Elliott Wave. We'll definitely get to a position where I'll be able to show you how to draw them out. So just hang in there. I mean, right now, market's going up. I mean, I'm gonna look at the watch list. I've got Snap. I'm still looking at for the E-count challenge, so I'm definitely gonna be taking a position in there again. So keep an eye on that. But let's look at Danny's watch list. He points it out. Peloton. All right. So I'm going to walk you through how I did this. So what I did was I started with the 2 hour. And I measured, I took my fib tool. This is the fib retracement tool. I took the high and I came all the way down to the low. Okay. Now, let me get rid of this. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Alright, so I'm going to dump this. And then I'm going to dump this. Okay. So when you have a move down, you start at the top and you go down. Okay, when you're trying to measure the move up, you start from the bottom, and then you start from the low, and then you go to the high. Okay, so in this case, I want to figure out where's the bottom, where and when are we bouncing? No, I don't say when, but where are we going to bounce? So I measured the top candle, okay, and I measured it to the low, and now we're reversing. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the move up to hold this 382 level. Let me change the colors on it. Let's see. Let's bring that back, actually. Nope, that was a different move. So I measured this one, actually. But this is a good exercise. So I'm going to show you this, actually. I'm going to change it to red, though. So Peloton came down, right? So I measured the top to the bottom. Now I'm looking at the retracement. So right now we're in the 382 and 5 extension retracement levels. If Peloton busts through 82.26, it's bullish. If it gets rejected, okay, again, I'm bullish on Peloton right now, or Peloton right now. But if it gets rejected in this zone and it gets rejected and it starts to work its way down, then that means this is A, and we're looking for a deeper move down. But again, it needs an A, B, C, okay? So what I did was I'm going to leave this on the chart, but when I get down to the 5 minute, I'm now going to measure this bounce here so that I can find my 1 and 2. Okay, so we've got this move up, and then we have a pullback. So let's just assume we don't see this. Let's just take these out. Okay, let's just assume we're looking at this move up. Anytime you see a move up and then you see a decent pullback, okay, and I'm not talking these little tiny pullbacks, especially on a 5 minute chart. If you're on a 5 minute chart, look for these decent pullbacks, not these tiny ones. But when I see a strong move up and then a pullback, this strong move tells me that's 5 waves, okay? So then, to confirm my thinking, I take the low. Again, if we're going up, we're trying to measure the move up, we take the low, and we go to the high, and then you'll notice I've got my 5 extension, my 382. If we bounce in this zone, which we did, that means this is wave 1, this is wave 2. Now I've got my 1, 2. Okay, does that make sense? So I've got my 1, now I've got my 1 and my 2. Now I can start charting my Elliott Wave, my fibs, and start charting the moves. So here's what I've got. This is what I was looking at. I deleted it, but I'm still I'm gonna go ahead and throw them on the chart since we're going over Peloton. So once I confirm that we bounced, I then take the same fib tool, but instead of going from the low to the high, I now want to start from the high to the low, and then I'm going to move this up, bring it down to wave 2, so the bottom of wave 2. Now I have my fib levels, okay? And that, like, I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys, but once I get these videos all made, it'll all make sense. So now I'm counting. I got wave 1, I got wave 2, oops, that was supposed to be higher, 4, and then 5. So I've got boom, boom, boom. And that's Elliott Wave. This is the pattern I'm expecting from Peloton. Okay? Now, will all this move? Will it all shake out within a day? Nope. I don't think so. I think it'll take a couple days, maybe 3. It definitely will take the rest of the week. But again, notice when I measure this strong move down, notice that we're approaching my rejection zone. Okay, this is major resistance right now. So 1, 2. If we can't bust through and grab that 3 and it gets rejected and it comes back down, look for this to break. If this wave 1 breaks, then we're done. It's not. This is the move. This is not the 5-wave structure move going up. But if we bust through and we grab the 3, we're golden. We come down for a 4, we go for a 5, and we're in. Okay? Now, for those of you that are paying attention to this chart, looks an awful like the SPY. So there's a higher probability that I'm going to get an A, B, and then a C down. We may get some bleeding. But let the move play out. I'm not... We're already halfway into 3, and like I said, I like to play 3s. I don't like to play half of it. So that's, to me, that's chasing. So I'm a little late on this move. But what I'll end up doing is I'll watch Peloton, and if we can bust up and grab 3, I'll definitely be swinging this wave 4. So I'm going to wait for a pullback. Hopefully it's end of the day, so I can take my position on wave 4. But once I do, then I can play the move up and sell. But I don't like playing half of wave 3s, because to me that's chasing. So typically, wave 3s will typically target these zones, and this is why I do boxes. Where's my box? Here we go. Wave 3s will typically target this area. Okay. Wave 4s will typically target your 768 to 1. Actually, no, sorry. 618 to 1. And then your wave 5s will, oops. And then your wave 5s will target the 1618, 2, and in some cases, wave 5s can get crazy and get as high as 2618. But I don't get that crazy. I'm gonna let the move tell me if it's gonna break it and go higher. But this is where 5 ends up. All right. What do you mean? What are your fib numbers? The levels? Actually, yeah, let's do that. Hey, Kevin, are you referring to futures? I think Kevin's talking about futures. Sorry, my chat's delayed. Yeah, if we gap up, I don't... Oh, let's just look. Here's futures. Here's the SPY. So SPY, yeah. So we were at 342 on the 4th. And right now, futures is sitting at 343. So, I don't think if futures comes back down in the morning, and then pops back up, I don't think there'll be a gap fill. Actually, you know what? For shits and giggles, let's just do this. Because I see a pullback. Let's see. Boop. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I didn't even have it on. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so looks like we've got all right, looks like we've got 1, 2, where we at? 3. We got a shallow pullback in 4. And this looks to be 5. And now we're waiting for an ABC down. So let's just do this. So basically, I'm looking for an A, and then a B, and then a C down here. So we'll have a pullback here, and then we go back up to wave 5. If not, then there's a good chance that this is not 5, and that we may go grab 5 up here. And and then yeah, okay. All right, so here's what okay. So this is 3. Yep. All right, so here's what I think will happen. So SPY closed, fuck, where'd it go? Oh. All right, so SPY closed at around 342. Yeah, we won't get much of a gap. So I think what'll happen is when we wake up in the morning, we're gonna come down and grab this 4. And then we're gonna make our way up to 5 to grab this move. Oh, come on, man. See, when you do Elliott Wave, man, you just got all of a sudden your charts look like this. Tons and tons of freaking vertical lines. Let's get that out of the way. So yeah, but I can count on 1, 2, we'll grab a 3, come back for a 4, and I don't think 4 is going to hit there. It's going to hit here at the 786. So it's going to bounce this upper support. Then it's going to come back at 5. Once we get 5, we'll do an A, B, C down until we go back up again. To a B. So basically, so if you remember, on Elliott Wave you got 5 structures, okay, a 5-wave structure. But when you get granular and you get to the micro, so right, you go to the 5-minute, then you can find additional 5-wave structures, okay? So there's always a 3-wave structure on pullbacks. There's always a 5-wave structure on impulse and moves. whether you're looking at a daily, a weekly, a 2-hour, or a 5-minute chart. Okay, so that's why you see all these lines here. But this will be your five waves up, down, and then it'll come back to grab that B. So this is, I mean, this took for the weekend. Like I said, we may grab this B midweek, if not later in the week. I mean, if I was gonna get short and I was gonna catch some bulls, I mean, I might let this thing ride the rest of the week and then catch some people over the weekend until I can take it back down in the overnight and up and start getting bearish Monday. All right, let's talk Tesla. It looked pretty till we got that. So basically with Tesla, it now re-entered my primary path, the primary path here. So it's right now it's in support. Let me pull up the 2-hour. Look at that doji. Eek. Garbage. Garbage. All right, so I'm gonna measure. This is my, okay, that's what I thought. I think what's happening with Tesla, I think I might be getting my 1-2 move. So if I measure, yeah, so this candle here, it's just, I hate these long wicks. So I think what ended up happening was, I'm gonna measure this. It broke. Oh shit. I don't know. This here, the fact that it broke this 618 level, that's concerning. But in order for me to get really worried, and I mean really worried, is that Tesla needs to break this 764 move or level, which, if you look, kissed it. I mean it didn't even make out with it. It just kissed it and ran back up. So in order for me to get bearish, or in order for my move, this move up to get invalidated, it needs to break this 764 level. But you notice we got some buying here in after hours, so you can thank the algos for that one. So with Tesla, I'm not, until I can get my 1-2 move validated, not gonna play it up just yet. I need to, this really needs to hold now that we're back into support. But again, if by chance we get a sell off in this 764 level, which is 385.07, if that gets broken, and then there's going to be some problems with Tesla. All right, so I think let's look at Lulu, because I had Lulu on my radar and I let it get away from me. Oh yes, yeah. At first glance, that thing's looking pretty. God, I can't believe I. See, I think this is my wave 4 pullback too, but we'll see. But this is definitely on one of Dane's watch lists. Let's see. So this is what I'm looking for. Somewhere around here. I'm expecting. Oh shit, that was supposed to be 0. So 0, 1, 2. This is what I need to happen for me to really consider Lulu. So this move, if this move finishes up, that's 5 waves. And then we get a pull back down back to this zone, which what I did was I basically measured this bottom to my 618 level, which is a powerful level. Okay, so we should get some rejection there, come back down, and then 618 and 5, that's strong support there. So if we can bounce here and go back up, then my 1-2 is validated. This is a 30-minute chart, by the way. So Jose, what I'm doing is I'm working on a PowerPoint. I'm not sure if you saw that, but once this video is done recording, it'll end up being on there and you can go back to it. But I basically went over the basics of Elliott Wave theory. But I'm gonna start creating some short 3 to 4 minute videos and throw them on YouTube as a playlist. The playlist is gonna be Elliott Wave theory. I'll go over the basic principles, what the impulsive waves look like, what the corrective moves look like, how to count it, how to draw it, and what are the main rules to follow when you use Elliott Wave, because there's very specific rules you have to follow, and if the pattern breaks one of those rules, it's done. We're basically tracking the wrong move. I'm gonna look at Snap because I know that's gonna be part of my account challenge. So here's Snap. I still love Snap. I mean, look at it. I mean, this move down right here. This was the first move on the SPY. So when the SPY bled and the QQQs bled, it went down, and then we went back up a little bit, and then this was day 2 of that red day. Then it really bled. So this was the move that we played on the SPY. Okay, so there's somewhat correlated there. So this was the first day it bled, the second day it bled, and then it bounced. So, but it bounced perfectly. Number 1 in my support zone, and then number 2, on this 30-minute chart, I drew out this triangle here, and it bounced off support there. So now it's gonna make its way up, but I haven't messed with this chart at all this weekend. So what I'm expecting is this. Right, there it is. Nope, that's not the one. Where you at? Maybe it's... nope. See, the one thing with Elliott Wave, you just got, I mean, it's a cluster in terms of all these graphs, all these fibs. Oh, come on. Oh, I know what I did. Boom. Let's grab that. is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that out. This is an old count, so I'm gonna have to recount this. All right, so I just measured this move here, this move down. And it looks like we got some rejection at the 618. Yeah. I wonder. So we should get a bounce here. If we're lucky, we'll get a 618. If not, we'll may get the 5. And then this would be my new count. So this would be 1. Actually, no. Oh, shit. So this would be 1, 2. 3. Might get a bounce here in this zone, which would fit perfectly with my resistance level on the triangle. And then we go up for a wave 5 here. Yep. So I need this move to finish off and then come back down again. So we may, yeah, A, B, C. So yeah, I think what I'll end up doing is I'll start to scale in here. If I can get this move continuing on down, and as long as it doesn't break, as long as it doesn't break this 764 level and it stays here between the 618 and the 38, or the, really, I mean, it's the 618 and the 5. So if it can stay between 2194 and 2210, then I'll start to scale in, play this move up. Yeah, but if it breaks the 764, I'm not. I need this move to finish before I consider playing it again. But I'm still on Snap. I'm still looking at Snap. United Airlines. Let's do that. Fucking Airlines. This is, what's it doing here? It's just nothing but sideways action here. Where's the March? This is the March low. Ugh. I don't like that. Let's go to the daily. Damn, this fourth wave, it should have came into the 764, but it broke to 618. But still support though. I'm expecting American or United to go finish off the move here. So on United, I would keep an eye on these levels. So I'd keep an eye out at 53.09 and 61.37. It's a pretty big box, I know, but usually in a wave 4 pullback, you want it to come down to the 1 or the 786 extension, but it took it 1 degree lower. So that being said, so it's supposed to hit the 1768, but because it got deeper here, right, it went 1 degree lower, I have to go 1 degree lower, which puts me at the 1618. All right, so I don't think we'll get the 2. I think it's gonna fall somewhere here. But most people, when they do Elliott Wave, they'll their expectations to hit 786 or the 2 because historically that's what it does. But what they fail to do is they look at the pattern and they figure out, okay, what they fail to do is they don't look to see where these waves end up in terms of the fib levels. Anytime you get a degree higher or lower, you have to use that same. You have to go a degree higher or lower on the next move up or down. So in this case, since I got 1 degree lower, we went from 786 to 618. Then I have to take my minimum target of 1768 and bring it down 1 degree to the 618, to the 1618. So that's why I'm giving you this big box here for a wave 5. But this isn't a daily, okay? Holy shit ball, look at that. Okie dokie. So alright, so you'll notice with Nvidia, it looks like Nvidia made its 5 moves up, but this was going back to, I think I started tracking this, what? Yeah, it was right here. So I started here, and this is December 2018. And then you'll notice in the March lows, we found a bottom. Okay, this is when the market took a tank. It found a bottom here, which happens to be my 5618 support zone, and it looks like faked some people out, and I think it might have hit the 382. Oh no, never mind. Wait a second, where the hell am I? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh no, it was going for a deeper. Okay, so it barely missed the 764. But you'll notice the body of these candles, or this candle in particular, is hitting the 618 level. So again, I don't like these long wicks. But you'll notice the 618 has been touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So this is definitely some strong support here on the 618. So that being said, the fact that it held this area and bounced back up tells me this is wave 1, wave 2, and then this was wave 3 up here, which was the 1236 level. Then we got a pullback, which really it was just a flat, and then it went down to the 1. It barely touched the 1. It came back up to a 5, which was a little shy, a hair over the 200% fib level. And now we go into a correction. Like I said, what goes up must come back down. I mean, you can't expect a move to make, continue going up without a pullback. Everything that goes up, it has to pull back. It needs a healthy pullback before you can go back up. There's going to be some profit taking, so naturally you're just going to get you're going to get those pullbacks. So that being said, let's measure and figure out where we're going. Let's go to the 2 hour. Okay. Shit. So at first glance, that looks like a 5-way move to me, but let's measure it out. Okay. So this looks like 5 waves up. Yep, bouncing 618. All right, so we've got okay, number one, for me to all right, so if I'm going to count this out, bear with me, I'm going to clean it up. Okay. Here's what I think what's going to happen. Notice this move, this red zone right here, this big ass red zone. That's major resistance, okay? So I basically took the measurement from this candle to the bottom here, all right? And the 618, let's just reduce it. That's way too many. Let's take out the 764. Okay. So basically, this zone here, this red one, is the 50% and the 60. There's the 0.5 and the 618 retracement zone, okay, of this move down. So we go down, and then we have to get again. What goes up must come back down. But again, what goes down eventually it has to come back up. I mean, it's got to be bought up. So when we go down, we expect to move up, and this is the retracement zone. Now, if this truly is a 1-2 count, then that means I'm going to clean this up so you can follow my logic here. So if this move plays out, okay, so we go up to the 3, which is the 618, which is 537, and then we get a pull back to the 786 level, which is 509. And then once we get that pull back and we bottom, we should go back up and do a wave 4, and I'm going to make this box wave 5s. They typically end around this area, 618 and the 1768. And notice how the 1768 happens to be upper resistance on this move down. So I'm looking at two things here. Number one, if we bounce in this area here where it overlaps, okay, then that means this move's finished, and now I'm going back down. Unfortunately, we bust through, then we're getting bullish here. But based on what I'm looking at here, A, B. So really, this could be yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm expecting a bounce here in this zone where it overlaps. And if we get that bounce, that means this is what we might get. B, C. Okay, so if we get rejected here and we bust through this support zone here, okay, remember, in the bigger picture, this could be, let me just count it for you. Remember back to my PowerPoint, wave 2 cannot break this. Let's just look here. Wave 2 cannot break the start of wave 1. Remember that. Okay? So, if I can complete this move up, okay, I am expecting a pullback into this support. If I can bounce here, all right, and it does not break this 764 level, that means this is wave 1 in a bigger degree, and then we pulled back for a wave 2, which means I can now start looking higher up here for a wave 3. So if I'm playing Nvidia and looking at this chart, I think I might play with Nvidia. I'm expecting this move up and bounce, and I'm getting long here because if I bounce, here's what my wave 3 target could look like. All right, so if I can, okay, we'll get a rejection. If we can bounce here, then that means this is what the potential looks like for a bullish for Nvidia for a higher move. Let's give it a different color. Oops, wrong one. I need this one. Got it. All right, so this is what it could look like. My wave 3. Zero, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. I'm actually light. This needs to come here. This needs to come here. This needs to come here. Where's my 1? There's my 1. I'll put it right here. So if we bounce in a 1, 2, then this entire move up is your wave 3, which puts you around 613 to 630 on Nvidia. Now, that's my bullish move. Okay. I'm gonna make these circles, or make this my bigger number. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This entire move up, this 5 waves up, that's my wave 3. And remember, I play wave 3s. They're the largest waves to play. Okay? But I'm also looking down here. Because if I break this zone, remember, if this is wave 1 and this pullback's wave 2, like you see here, wave 2 cannot pass the start of wave 1. So if this level breaks and goes past this wave 1, then we've started the wave C down. And that down is going to 347 to 329. Okay. All right, so last one, I'm going to do Disney. I thought I did do Disney. Yeah, I think I did Disney. I just didn't save it. That pisses me off. I hate when I don't save things. that's too big. Let's look over here. Okay, here's 5 waves. All right, so I measured this wave here. You know, this looks, at first glance, looks like a 1, 2. But this is real sloppy to me. So basically, I made this measurement from low to the high, and we bounced perfectly in the 6, 1, 8, and 5 zone. So let me... I don't like that. It hit the 1, 2, 3. No. Oops. Okay, found it. Found it. We barely got to the 1, but here's my wave 2. All right, guys, I've got on Disney. This is wave 1. This is a wave 2 pullback. And this is going to the March lows. Wave 1, wave 2. Right now, we are in the middle of wave 3, which will usually end right there. And then we'll pull back into a 7-6 zone. And then we go to 2. This is in a much bigger degree, though. I don't know how long it's going to take to play out, but it looks like we're halfway into a third wave up. So yeah, yep, this is what I recall. I did this for one of our members, Anthony. I did this for him, and these were the exact figures or fib levels that I had laid out. All right, so we've got a 0. So here's your March low. We got a wave up, wave 1 up. We pulled back into a wave 2, which was, I mean, it was shallow. It didn't really, actually, you know what? It's just, yeah, I mean, it didn't come down from here. It didn't come down to my 5, but I wonder. Actually, I do wonder. Ah, man, I hate those shallow pullbacks. Absolutely, you're disgusting. All right, so yeah. At the very least, I would want this. I wanted this 382 pullback, but it didn't look like it. We didn't get that pullback. So, that being said, there's a high probability that we may not see this area. We may even see here. So this wave 3 may end up here. But that being said, I'll put it up here. Yeah, in order to, okay, so here's another tip for Elliott Wave. Usually your wave 3 typically will end between the 1382 and the 168 levels. All right, so right here. This is where wave 3 should stop. But because this wave 2 pullback, because it faked, I mean, I guess you could say it faked us out, but because it didn't pull back to the 5 or the 618, that means the shallower the pullback, the lower the target. Okay? Had we gotten this deep pullback to the 618 to the 5, then I can start looking at the 1618 and the 1382 box. But because I didn't get my deep pullback, and like I always say in the chats, I want deep, healthy pullbacks in order to go right back up. That means I have to start looking lower on that wave 3. So I gotta go down a couple degrees. So in this case, we came down, we breached the 236, we barely missed the 382. I wanted the 5, so now I'm gonna go a degree and a half up. So here's what I'm gonna do with 3. I'm gonna bring it down to 1. So this is what I'm targeting right now for Dizzy for a wave 3. So between 154 and 170, here it is, 154.58 and 172.46. That's where my wave 3 is. Yeah, so real quick, I'm gonna end before I end this stream. I'm gonna do a recap for those that missed the presentation, the short presentation. So let me do that real quick for you guys before I end it. All right, so for those of you that missed it, here's the 5-wave structure. Elliott Wave 5-wave structure always have 5 waves. So you got to move up, which is wave 1. You got to move down in wave 2. You got to move up into wave 3. Then you got to move down into wave 4. And then you go back up for a wave 5 to complete your 5-wave structure, okay? So this is what it looks like. Now, waves 1, 3, and 5, those are impulsive moves. They go up. And like I said, what goes up comes back down. So waves 2 and 4 are your corrective moves, which we call typically is a pullback. All right? Now, within this wave 1, you're going to have 5 waves up to complete a wave 1. Then you have a pullback, or again, a corrective move that is 3 waves. Hence, A, B, and C. Okay? Then you go up in a 3rd wave, which is, again, rule number 1, always the longest, the largest. Okay? This impulsive move, it's impulsive. It always takes shape in a 5-wave structure. So imagine this structure here within this 3rd wave. That's what it looks like. okay? Then we get a corrective move down, okay, or a pullback, again, in a three-wave pattern, A, B, C, okay? And then this five-wave structure, again, will be in this fifth wave up, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete 5 waves, and then now you've got an entire structure that's complete. Now we pull back to a wave 2 in a bigger degree, all right? So rule number 1, the third wave is the largest. Rule number 2, the second wave cannot break the beginning of the first wave, otherwise the structure or the pattern's dead. The count's dead. It's invalidated. You have to, you've counted the wrong one. Wave 4 cannot get into the wave 1 zone, which again, like the wave 2, if it does, it breaks through it, it's the wrong pattern. It's the wrong wave count. You're going to have to redraw it out. All right, so it could be, it might just mean that there's a bigger pullback or there's a bigger impulse that you're not tracking. All right, so just take a step back in a bigger time frame to figure out where you at. But what I like to do with a ticker that I'm not familiar with or I have not counted or tracked, I like to look at the week, the 1 week, the daily. Once I can figure out where it's at, then I can get to a smaller time frame, such as 2 hours or a 1 hour or a 15-minute, and then I can identify, okay, the 5 wave structures within these bigger moves. All right, and then when I find that, then I can go to a 5-minute, and then I can determine where I'm getting where I'm going to put my entry. All right, where am I going to get into this thing to play a move up. So there's a very lengthy process to figure out or to determine A, where it's going, B, where you're going to put your entry, and most importantly, C, where you're going to place your stops and take profits. I don't know what happened there. Oh, there it is. I was like, what the hell just happened? So I hope that makes sense. So there's no really average time on when these complete. I can't determine. I don't like to determine time frames. But if you look at a daily chart and you're seeing these moves, and if, like, for example, for Disney, this is a 2-hour chart. I mean, let's just take the measurement. So, oh shit, come on. What did I do to my, there we go. So if I take this measuring tool, if I measured the start of this wave to the top, I mean, this wave 1, it took 81 days. Okay. This pullback took 23 days, so almost a full month. All right, so this wave 3, this is a great opportunity to get long. Now, when I'm playing options, I'm not picking 2-week, 3-week expiration dates or expiration weeks or expirations. I'm going out several months. So if I'm looking at a daily chart, I'm going out several months. If not, I'm taking leaps. If I look at a 5-minute chart and I'm charting it out, then I'm going to play 2 weeks out in terms of the expiration. But my personal rule is what was it? Same week expirations for me, those are day trades. So if I'm on a 5-minute chart and I'm playing a move up, I'm using the same week expiration, okay, assuming I've got a good, a good gap there in terms of how many days left in the expiration. So if I got 4 days left, yeah, I'll play the same week. But if it's a Thursday and then the contract expires on Friday, I'm not playing. There's too much risk in that. I'm going to go out in 1 week, and then I'll use it as a day trade. Okay, so same week expirations for me is a day trade, assuming I'm in the earlier part of the week. If not, I go out 1 week. And then if I look at the 15-minute time frame or the 2-hour time frame, I'm getting contracts that are a couple months out. If I'm looking at a daily chart or a weekly, I'm taking leaps. right? I mean, just look at this wave one. This wave one took, again, I think, what was it, like 80 something days? 78 days and 18 hours. So it took 78 days, 18 hours to complete that first move. Oh shit, my bad. Let me repeat that and just change the damn screen. Damn it. Okay. All right, so here's the measurement tool. So from the bottom of March, all right, so when we hit bottom in March to the first wave, it took 79 days. Okay, so 79 days that it took that long to complete that first move. And then we got the pullback. All right, so let's look at the pullback. Here to here, 21 days and 2 hours. Okay, so 21 days for the wave 2. Wave 3, I mean, where are we at so far? We got the bottom of wave 2. I mean, we're 67 days in, and we're not even halfway done with the move yet. So at these wave 3s, I mean, they're the longest, the largest, and the best waves to play. Especially if you're playing shares. So for those of you that chased and didn't listen, hold on to your shares of Tesla, because I mean it's going up. Now you're gonna have to be patient. But now, here's my tip. Another tip. These wave 4 pullbacks, okay, wave 4 pullbacks, they are the worst, and I mean the worst waves to play. I don't even care if you're shorting it. It is the worst wave, and here's why. Those damn waves take so freaking long, and it consolidates so damn long to complete. Like I mentioned last week when we were playing puts, right? We rode the first move down, which was from 8:30 at the open on Central Time Zone, and I think that move lasted an hour and 10 minutes, right? Everyone banked on it, which is great. But if anybody chased it and got puts, they got burnt like hell, because that wave 4, we were in a wave 4 pullback on that move. And I warned everybody, if you don't chase it, this wave 4, the market's going to consolidate and it's going to destroy contract values. All right. So that's why I said, play the move down and sit out and be happy with your profits and watch all of us trade and throw our charts out and just have fun. Because we're all entertaining. But wave 4, the worst wave to play. So that's why I look for the 1-2. I play the wave 3. I sell my position, the majority of it, ride profits, right? Otherwise, I can just sell it all, and then I'll just look for the wave 4 pullback when it's done. Shit, by the time it's done, I'll fucking have gray or white hair, or gray hair. But yeah, I mean, these wave 4 pullbacks are brutal. So, all right, guys, I gotta kill it. Here's what we'll do. I'm gonna let's get back on tomorrow morning. Just look for my live stream. Y'all get a notification. If you're not subscribe, because you're not gonna know when I'm going live. But yeah, so let's circle back around pre-market tomorrow. We'll throw some fibs up and see what futures is doing, and see what the market has in store for us. But like I said, I think this week's gonna be bullish until they catch everybody by their pants, and then they're gonna get bearish over the weekend. Is my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. So guys, have a good night. Get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, and let's touch base in the morning before pre-market. Take it easy.